all night. Bum, stick a clang, clang, clang. Hang on that like a renegade tank. Transform to a grown.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome to Los Angeles, on-court advantage for the Lakers. We are live at the Staples Center. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Bulls. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot.
Oh, man. What the heck was that? Don't be grabbing my guys like that, dude. Yeah, right. Yeah. We know that is. That's Shaggy. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
And Bryant kicks to...
Oh, let me make sure this is on, too. Shoot. Okay.
Johnson. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Doug McDermott was a high school teammate of Harrison Barnes back in Ames, Iowa. They helped the team win 53 straight games and back-to-back state titles. At the time, Barnes was seen as the surefire NBA prospect, but McDermott became a superstar in his own right, playing for his dad at Creighton.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Kobe, the pass to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. That's good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's Rose. Makes it off the glass.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Lynn dishes to Boozer. On the wing, Johnson. Three-pointer. And he gets it to go.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Stolen by Boozer. He lobs it up. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Now here's Rose. And he can't bank that one in.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And he gets it to go.
Must he stop talking and get back to your position?
80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Gasol, no good. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
He said, I don't need the shenanigans.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Lynn kicks to Kobe. Lynn, a screen on Butler. Off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just blanks the open jumper.
They did it right, because I tried to catch you, and he shouldn't have been able to catch you.
You know, it's no secret that the Lakers were really terrible last year. There's no other way to say it. And everything that could have gone wrong actually did. Murphy's Law on full display.
In the pass to Hill. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
Butler attacking. Here's Gasol.
Okay.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, he pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
That one is off. For a historical perspective on the Lakers, guys, last year was their worst season since they moved out to L.A. from Minnesota back in 1960.
And they vowed to get back, however, and I believe them. I mean, this isn't a franchise that has a history of being passive when it comes to improvement.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in.
Both of them.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, Kobe has always had an alpha personality, but I don't think he came into the league as a natural leader. He was more of a loner. As his career has worn on, he's realized the need to really engage his teammates for the good of the team.
And stolen by Butler. All going up court for the finish.
Better get back, guys.
It's Gasol missing. Lakers leading by 3. The drive by Bryant, using his post move to get the 2 points. Bryant got his second basket of the game.
And Kobe Bryant, I think we've noticed, becoming less guarded in interviews, seems to be a little more open and forthcoming and authentic. And I think that's helped him express his personality both with teammates and the public. I find it to be kind of refreshing and a good thing.
Bulls trail by 5. Rose dishes to Snell. Misses the 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them.
They all shot the shot, though.
And Kobe, Steve, one of the most intense competitors the league has seen. Sometimes that intensity, though, can rub teammates the wrong way.
Well, the great ones always challenge their teammates to be at their best, and sometimes, it can go overboard.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Hey, man, right now, in the Tribune right now, they said is Rose trying to make the All-Star team and not create team chemistry. That's what it said in the Tribune this morning. They want to know.
And the Lakers with some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Hill. Rando comes in for Boozer. And Nick Young is subbed in for Johnson. Now here's Rose. Not a lot of room. And Butler, here we go. The jump hook. And it's sent back by Bryant.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Puts up the baby hook. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. Dunleavy's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Bryant gets a wide open look. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
1:03 left in the first. Here's Butler. Great D that time from Davis.
Boy, this has been flat out ugly for him this quarter. He hasn't hit a thing out there.
Young for 3. And he gets the bucket. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Chicago calls timeout. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
On who?
The Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game.
Dunleavy don't want to make it anyway. You ain't even comfortable up there. He's still tripping about the roles.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Team chemistry issues, man.
Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship. Played alongside Williams and Kuzner. You know, never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career.
Oh, rookie from Kentucky.
And then Randall slams it in.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Lakers leading by 12. Kobe goes in. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler. Out to the right wing. Heinrich. Here's Mirotic. Davis with some nice D.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
The Lakers have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. That free throw good from Randall.
Back seeing these youngsters develop.
Both free throws good from Randall.
Shoot that, man. Don't worry about your percentage. Shoot that ball.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
I can't understand why he's hanging in there. I'm playing a man-to-man.
Clarkson is out there with Bryant. Then there's Davis. Then it's Randy. And it's Young in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Bulls have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Now, the numbers last year for them at the line, not great. Just 73% free throw shooting as a team.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Nash has got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash.
I mean, he can still play as long as the back ain't bothering him.
McDermott with the screen for Gibson. In the corner, it's McDermott. Pass to Dunleavy. Low block shot on the way. Shot clock at 4.
Good block, Twaggy.
Rejected by Young. Kicks it to Nash. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Heinrich. Young pass to Henry. Makes it off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor. Guys?"
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Nash. Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. Young with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb.
He knew Gasol wouldn't want to come out there. He had back there, got that
Young's got 6 points.
Swagging his feet right now.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
There's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young last year in L.A. All of a sudden, he dubbed himself Swaggy P, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching him play and referring to him by that nickname.
Snell kicks to Rose.
Yeah, he refused. He didn't give it to nobody.
Clock at 4. Gasol trying to free himself up. Goes back up.
Folks, I'll tell you right now, you can
and
tell
that's
the
2 points on the layup.
The Bulls are really getting
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. And Nick Swaggy Young, they call him, Swaggy P, never swaggier than last season. The top scoring rate of his career and some of the best efficiency as well. And he has some huge nights.
Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Snell. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Los Angeles leading by 14. And Young, a good ball handler. He can get his shot whenever he wants.
And that's often, Kevin. Don't expect a lot of assists from him. This is a guy who, when he touches the ball, it's going up.
Green for 2 points. Young's got 8. Right side Rose. Lets it go from 11. Rose can't get that one to fall. Young with no one around. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Young's got 7 now in this quarter. Here's Heinrich. Another shot. And Davis sends it back. Young dishes to Henry. Can't hit. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Foul.
And that's a foul called on Xavier Henry. That's his first foul. Butler, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Rose with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Heinrich against Young. The kick out to Rose. But they recover it. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rose has got 13.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Davis with a screen on Rose. On its way from Young for 2. That one wide left. And he's going up.
Okay, see that right there.
And slam dunk by Butler.
I know you're going to say it's necessary.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
There's the block.
Get out of here.
They recover
Get out
it.
of here.
It's stolen by Davis. On its way from Young for 2. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now. I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Off target from 3-point range.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Gasol.
He pulled his teammates right off, folks.
Banked in off the glass.
Now, we don't know what might happen in the locker room or anything.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Heinrich. Pass to Kelly.
Oh, what's up, B-Boy?
Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Henry. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got his 3rd rebound on the night. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And it's Butler missing.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Oh, I thought which guy got that more?
How about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
I stay with that
so that brings the first half to a close. Lakers lead by 12.
I got a little swaggy P.
Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
He was scoring. We interrupt the program for a special bulletin. 1 second, man. 1 second. How you been, B? You playing like that Call of Booty? I didn't get a chance to play. I got it. I ain't played it yet. I was just been busy. I'll be able to. Well, I'm gonna go campaign first. I'm gonna do the campaign. Yep. You ready? Okay, come on, y'all.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen.
Okay, let's go.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, 13 points and 1 rebound.
Bulls were a team last year that just never gave up. That was their identity. They didn't have a ton of talent, but they played with a toughness and a defensive mentality that always seemed to keep them moving forward.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. McDermott and Gasol, the duo at the forward. And it's Noah in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sense just where that rebound was going, and it becomes an easy 2 for him.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. They should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you.
He got it down to 7.
And that one's good by Butler. Well, to follow up on the Bulls, that never-say-die attitude, Clark, kept them in a lot of road games. Ended up winning 21 last year.
And, Kevin, that put them just over 500 on the road as a team, and that's really all you can hope for when you lose your star player early in the season.
The 3 from Johnson. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Bryant. And Noah with the block. They retain possession. Good on the shot.
Jibs called the timeout immediately, folks.
And that's now 11 points for Johnson. Chicago calls timeout.
They call him Mr.
Wes
Tibbs.
Johnson, the former #4 pick back in 2010. He was a bust in Minnesota, but he shot better in his 4th season. And once he was moved to kind of a small 4, like the shooting power forward spot, he really found a niche for himself.
Well, they took Price off by active list. I was going to bring Price in.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Man.
The Bulls also changing it up. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. And Tony Snell subbed in for McDermott. And it's Rose penetrating. Tipped away. Kobe against Butler. Bryant with the rebound. And Wesley Johnson has always been impressive physically. Great size, terrific length for a wing, quick off the floor.
Yeah, he's got all those ingredients, but his ball handling has been a bit mediocre, rather pedestrian, and I think that's held him back offensively.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. That doesn't go either for Butler. Kobe kicks to Johnson. Dishes to Hill. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. And it's 6 points for Hill.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
Snell, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Chicago really struggled scoring points without Derrick Rose, and that's understandable last year. And against the West, it was even more difficult.
So he comes up empty, missing both. What he said about the Bulls, guys, just a very tough time scoring against the Western Conference, which would be their downfall in Steve, most games.
Well, they shot right around 42% from the floor against the West last year, and that put them in the bottom 3 in the league. So, I mean, you're just not going to get away with shooting that poorly.
And here are the Lakers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Now here's Kobe. Defense is right there.
Oh,
Boozer,
my goodness.
no good.
Come on, Boozer.
Bulls trail by 15. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Boozer, how you
finished
that,
off
man?
by Rose.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above. Boy, they looked helpless defensively.
Feeds it to Snell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That was nice. Opposite hand.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Los Angeles leading by 13. Clarkson passes to Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hill's got 8 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Tired.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
That could give them a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a
What they
point
say,
guard?
a scene on
Boy, he
TV.
can power those down.
Bulls trail by 15. Rose attacking. Double team on Rose.
Give me that ball. Give me the ball. Give me it.
So it's the Lakers now. Lakers leading by 15. Clarkson kicks to Bryant. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. It's Butler that time
nice
on the
one.
assist by Noah. And that's now 9 points for Butler. Well, it's funny, Clark. Some people thought that Joakim Noah was considered a bust.
Let's go, Gil.
Very premature assessment of that young man. I tell you, you talk about having to eat crow for those who felt that way. A two-time NCAA champion, Noah has now rightly become revered as the heartbeat of this scrappy Bulls team, an All-NBA, an All-Star, and also an All-NBA defensive player as well.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Hill. Randall comes in for Carlos Boozer. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kobe. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. McDermott comes in for Tony Snell. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Heinrich in for Rose.
Well, Noah has that boisterous, playful personality. I think his quirks maybe threw people off early on, but he's a wonderful teammate. He's unselfish, and I think more than anything, you know, his unguarded personality sort of helped him connect with his teammates.
Davis. Here's Randall. Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That little dirty ball you playing?
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And he knocks down the first one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Xavier Henry, he's checked in for Johnson. Young comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Nash is subbed in for Clarkson. And a change for the Bulls. Gasol's checked in. Here's McDermott. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McDermott's got 4 points this quarter.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Way to bumpy, man. Nash getting about 30 seconds a game right now. That's a shame. Momo used to star for me. Yeah. Well, actually, not last year, because last year he wasn't playing that much. Year before last.
Los Angeles leading by 17. We've got Xavier Henry. Davis is out there with Randall. Then it's Nash. And it's Young in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The three-pointer, no good. Heinrich against Nash. Heinrich kicks to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. In the corner, it's McDermott. Davis against Gasol. Another shot. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
Here, Kobe, I'm mad to come back
Gasol's
here. Gasol's
got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket
he already
for
booed.
Chicago.
That's what I don't like. They early.
Nash outside. He dishes it to Randall. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Oh, what the heck?
Some changes for Chicago. Butler comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. Rose goes in. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Knocked loose. And stolen by Butler. And stolen by Nash. And even 3-on-3 break. Young for 3. And that's a foul called on Xavier Henry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for the Lakers. Kobe comes in for Steve Nash.
Well, what was supposed to be the triumphant return for Derrick Rose a year ago quickly turned into another nightmare season. Finally returning from that torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he managed only 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his other knee. Just devastating. We obviously hope that Rose can come back and put in a full season.
Kobe trying to tell you I'm here to play some defense.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. He kicks it to Noah. McDermott, no one around him.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 18 points for Johnson.
Boy, you take a look at Rose, who was extremely patient, trying to get back to being on the court, and then he fell victim to another devastating knee injury. Terrific blow for him personally, and certainly for the team and the city. But fortunately, the surgery did manage to keep all of his meniscus, which provides a better prognosis as we move forward.
Davis dishes to Young. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Rose passes to Butler. Pulls it up. Butler missing again. And Steve, now for Derrick Rose. How will his game adapt to having surgery now on both knees?
Well, he might not be quite as explosive, and maybe that's a good thing if his breakneck style was too much for his joints. But, you know, the mental side of it, that's what I look at. I mean, after missing basically 2 whole seasons, how is he going to bounce back?
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Hey, man, they're catching me.
You know, it's such a treat to watch the game for a living. It doesn't stand still.
The thing is, I'm playing man-to-man, but they catch my guys in and out of that lane.
Mission, new owners. I think that process will continue. And hopefully they'll strike that balance between preserving the tradition of the game while also continuing to attract new fans.
The Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Lakers leading by 19. Ryan against Rose. Henry kicks to Davis. Now the feed to Henry. And it's blocked.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. It was one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. We talk about the new team owners. More than 30%, Clark, of the league's teams have changed hands. I didn't know this since 2010.
I did not either, but again, as franchises grow in value, the owners are getting much more involved. And again, understanding the appreciation potential of this kind of asset. It's a bigger chunk of their portfolio now. It used to be owners were guys that kind of came through the basketball business somewhat and didn't look at it as something that could be a viable asset. But now it's a big business play.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Hill comes in, Fred Davis. And Carlos Boozer is subbed in for Xavier Henry.
There you go, thank you.
Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
Boy, you talk about Noah's energy and hustle. His offensive rebounding is a huge plus for their offense, and his speed in transition creates problems for the opposing big man as well.
Shots good from Butler.
Good time. Let's hit the
entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
And Bryant kicks to Johnson. Back to Bryant. In low to Hill. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. At the defensive end, Steve, Noah is a key player.
Yeah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Kevin. He gives you rebounds, blocks, steals, but what impresses me the most is his ability to guard on the perimeter against screen and roll when he switches out onto point guards. He's unmatched in that category.
Still, man.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 15. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
This is good as mine.
And the Lakers making a change here. Lynn's checked in.
Look at him. He doing suicides on the dang on sideline for no reason.
So it's the Lakers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
So you already got.
And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination.
That's all right.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's all right. No.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit is still pretty big, but at least they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I think they're doing all they can do. Playing tough D, getting stops, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
Another shot. The kick out to Bryant. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other did. Huge margin of victory for the Lakers.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
That's right.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Wesley Johnson. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see him being a part of it. He was all over this one.
He's protected.
The first free throw is good.
Jeremy Lin is a bit of a scoring point guard. He's best with the ball in his hands, but not necessarily an elite scorer playmaker. He's trying to broaden out his game so he can play off the ball as well.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Dunleavy comes in for Butler. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. Los Angeles has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
You got to throw him down.
And to become better playing off the ball, Jeremy Lin has to improve as a spot-up shooter. He's actually been shooting better off the dribble, but the catch and shoot is something he'll continue to work on.
And the first one drops. And Jeremy Lin working with the shooting coach, Clark, to develop his outside shot.
Yeah, he's actually tweaked his release to get the ball off more quickly on his way up. He's still below average from long range, but you know he's going to put the work in.
Heinrich with it, picked up by Bryant. Heinrich dishes to Dunleavy. Tries again, and Gasol lays it in. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bryant. Chicago grabs the miss.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Here's Gasol, and he gets it to go.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
That's a balanced score. Kobe only had 14. Johnson 18. Swag 15. Rose 22. Rose 2 assists. Rose says, "I'm not giving it to you guys." Gasol 12 and 14. So I said they got their shots. There's a lot of pressure on